Don't let your destiny tell you who you are. Tell your destiny what you want it to be, and write your own story. My story began only yesterday, when I was sitting in my basement playing a board game. The cards were all dealt out. I looked at my hand and, oh boy, these were the worst cards I ever had. You'd understand if you'd ever played the board game Pageantry of Peril. This was my fate. I had to play with this set of cards I just randomly got. But let's drop the cards for a second. Why do we even let fate decide for us what will happen in the future? If you could deal out your own set of cards, what would you want to do? Everyone thinks that luck controls them, like it's a game we're born to lose. But we'll only keep losing until we decide to control it, to seize luck and make it our own. Luck is not a lottery game, but is instead a role-playing game, a way of life that we can play through to our advantage. And I'll win the game if I want to, and I'm not going to lose just because a 20-sided pair of dice told me that's what's going to happen. At the game board yesterday, my luck ran out. So from now on, I'll make my own luck instead. Luck is a mindset that allows you to control your own game boards and win. But only if you're equipped with a lucky mindset, a winning game plan, and a way to keep this mindset fresh. So, are you up for the challenge? Or should I just flip a coin to decide whether or not we carry on anymore through this role-playing game I've been telling you about? Heads, we take control. Tails, we leave it to destiny to decide. Before one may achieve great things, one must first believe that they can be achieved. Because when we start thinking that we are lucky, we get this idea that anything is within our reach. We have this idea already that luck is unstoppable. That's an all-powerful force of nature. So if we let ourselves start thinking that it's ours to use, then there can be no limit to what we can do. But at the game board yesterday, I was scared. But then I glanced past my cards and saw him, the character on the game board, Valdhart. If Valdhart was here, would he let some cards that my friend Jimmy dealt out to him decide his fate? No. Regardless of whatever my destiny was, I wanted to win anyways. This is what luck is. A man-made tool for victory, forged by one's own inspirations. The textbook definition of luck keeps reminding us that allows good things to happen to people randomly, and that some people are just lucky, and some people are just not lucky. But why does this have to be? If one could wield luck as a mindset of hope, the game could be theirs to win. Neuroscientific studies suggest that what we expect will happen affects the reality we create for ourselves by changing what specific things we notice and how we respond to them. As you discover the lucky mindset, you may notice your power rise quickly. For one's strength is limited only by the extent of their mind. So, yesterday, I was back in my basement playing my game of pageantry of peril against my friends, as always. Now this time, I knew I wanted to win, because that's what the lucky mindset had me thinking. But realistically, how do I play a solid game when the numbers are stacked against me? Simply wanting to win is not enough. I needed a game plan. How should I use the lucky mindset? How do you use the lucky mindset? Well, it's all a matter of quick results. Use whatever knowledge you have already, and with your greatest confidence, reach for the top. It's not about what you know, but how you apply it. Using your lucky mindset to let your natural skills shine with courage and strength. Others will call it crazy, but those who are truly lucky will call it a burst. It's the lucky burst, and it's wild, and it's passionate, and it's free. And so, yesterday, during the ultimate Grand Masters Pageantry of Peril campaign of 2026, I sat back, exhaling slowly as I let the last of my second wave of mystical warriors fall, unlocking my new set of ultimate soldiers. The game's end was on its horizon, and this time, I was ready. But what can I say? I used my lucky burst of the day, but so can you. Inside everyone, there's a lucky burst waiting to happen. And now, luck begins somewhere. It begins with those who have the imagination to see that it is a real road to greatness. And learning, growing, and achieving can all be pathways that stem from the central mindset. And it ends. Luck ends not when your good fortune runs out, but when your faith is gone. And so, keeping this luck requires powers of its own. There always will be times when real misfortune takes its own roll of the dice. In my grade 11 marketing class, I got a 66% on an assignment. I lost 7% of my final grade in that class. 7% that would never come back. How could I look at myself in the mirror and still call myself lucky when that ugly 66% was still there? I lost 34% in grades I could have had, and I wouldn't have been surprised if I'd lost 34% of the confidence I had in myself, but no, I didn't. I blame myself. But I was lucky to see that this was an opportunity to put the old me, who was overconfident in his work, to rest and unearth a new me. One who is stronger, more precise, and more honest with himself. The Waldhatter in me awakened. When you make your own luck, you accept responsibility for your own successes, but also for your own shortcomings. That's how we learn and grow and keep our pride at the same time. But in the darkest moments, at the end of the tunnel, you must keep believing in your lucky character. They may get lost, but they still hold the map. And holding this lucky map, this lucky mindset, there is always a way back to win. Thank you.